Hello everyone, my name is Marcel and today we're gonna be doing full body, full long stretching routine. So, for today's routine, you don't need pretty much anything, but if you can or have, you can get a couple of blocks, foam roller, or if you don't have blocks, you can get books, anything you can hold up on, and that's basically it. So, I like to go from head to toe, so there is going to be a couple of exercises and I'm gonna talk you through it. So let's start. So we're gonna start in a kneeling position and we're gonna lean our head to one side, pull our shoulder back and down, and we're gonna hold this neck stretch for 30 seconds. You can even grab this arm and pull that neck a little bit over, but it's really important to pull this shoulder down. And breathe. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. So shoulder back, down, and lean that head sideways. You should feel it pulling up here in your neck and your shoulder, up from your shoulder to your neck. Next stretch is we're gonna lay down on our back and we're gonna try to touch the ground behind our head, and we're gonna hold it for another 30 seconds. So you can straddle your legs, get pike, get bend them, whatever feels good. You should feel stretch in your back and in the back of your neck. And breathe. This one is particularly intense for me, especially in the morning. Oh, good. Next stretch is gonna stretch our shoulders and our chest. So we're gonna start in a tabletop position like this, and we're gonna lift our hips for 10 times, and then we're gonna lift our hips for 10 times. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. From here, you're gonna walk your hands back. You're gonna slide down like this. And we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Back, feel the stretch. From there, we're gonna stretch the back side of our shoulders. So we're gonna lay on our stomach. You're gonna wrap your left arm underneath your body. You're gonna pull your shoulders back, and you're gonna lift the opposite knee. So if I'm stretching it's the same knee. So I'm stretching my left arm, and I'm gonna bend my left knee. That should intensify the stretch. And from here we hold and you're really trying to focus on pulling this shoulder back so you can feel the stretch at the back of your shoulder. Good, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So again, lay down on that arm, bend that knee, pull the shoulders back, and hold for 30 seconds. Next stretch is gonna stretch our wrists. So first, gonna do this inside stretch. So your fingers gonna face your body and stretch them like this. And let's hold for 30 seconds. We're gonna turn around so you can see it from the side as well. I've recently just bruised my wrist a little bit doing back handspring, so this stretch is a little hard for me, but it's getting better, and this stretch definitely helps. Okay, 30 seconds has passed. Now we're gonna turn our wrist the other way, and we're gonna be on the top of our hands. So let's hold for another 30 seconds. Now we're gonna move on into the middle of our body. So now we're gonna do exercise called upward facing dog. It's from yoga, and all you're gonna do is that you're gonna stand up in a push-up position, and you're gonna put your hips down. You're gonna stretch out from your shoulders, look up into the sky, pull your shoulder blades back, and push your hips down. Hold for another 30 seconds. Next stretch is gonna be the bridge. Before a bridge, that's why I brought a foam roller. I like to just kind of crack my back, put it up here, and just gonna lean over with that thoracic spine. It usually cracks a little bit. And then do a couple of these. Usually helps me to open my shoulders a little bit more and make it a little bit less painful. So that's what I like to do. You don't have to do it, but if you have a foam roller, I definitely recommend to try it. So for the bridge, we're gonna lay on our back. You're gonna put your arms back, and we're gonna lift up. doesn't matter how high up you get. If it's too hard for you, you can try easier variation that I'm gonna put up on the screen right now. Walk your hands a little bit closer and try to pull from your shoulders and down. This one is always a little bit intense on that back, so after they stretch I like to just pull my knees a little bit, tuck my knee in, and it releases the pressure in the spine. It feels good. Okay. So the next stretch is gonna be for our hamstrings and IT band. So you're gonna do 30 seconds for each stretch. And first one, you're just gonna stand up straight back, pull shoulders back, lean forward, try to touch your toes while still pushing your pelvis up. You don't want to round in your spine too much. You want to kind of straighten up and really feel the stretch in your hamstring instead of your lower back. So you can hold like this for 30 seconds. Here you can even let go of the arms, just bounce a little bit. Good. And from there, we're gonna stretch our IT band. IT band is a band that goes all the way up from your hip to your knee. And especially in parkour and free running and tricking, a lot of knee pain can come from weak these muscles that lift your leg like this, and also short IT band. Like last year I had a knee pain that just wasn't going away, and it was because my IT band wasn't flexible enough. So I can't stress enough, this stretch is really important. Do it every day. So we're gonna stand up straight, and let's start with our left foot, steps behind, and we're gonna lean to my right side. So the foot that is behind, that's the one we're gonna lean to, and just gonna hold here. Don't worry about the other one too much. It can be bent or straight, it doesn't really matter because we're stretching the backside leg. So here is where you should feel the stretch. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So same thing, step behind and lean towards that leg and hold. And breathe. It's really important to breathe. Deep breaths in and out. So that's this. Next we're gonna stretch our glutes. So this stretch, we're gonna lay on our back. We're gonna bend one knee inwards and then kind of bend the other one. It's gonna push on our ankle, and from here we're gonna pull it in and hold. Let me turn this way so you can see what it looks like. When this knee that is bent, you can push it back down. It's gonna intensify the stretch a little bit more. Good. side. So bend, put it up on your knee, and pull in. Seconds. And release. For the next stretch, you might need blocks, books, whatever you have, or the foam roller. And next stretch is the pigeon. It's the pigeon stretch. So from here, we're gonna step forward to the edge of our mat. We're gonna bend that knee and push our hips forward, and you can put something underneath your glute, because this stretch gets really intense. Try to keep your hips square, and this leg should be bent in 90 degrees. It shouldn't be like this or like that. 90 degrees, and we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. So you can even stay up on your arms. This stretch is usually very intense for me as well. It's probably one of my least favorite stretches, but it's really good for your glutes and hips. So let's do it. 30 seconds has passed. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Turn around 90 degrees. Sit on that yoga block or handstand block, whatever you have, and let's hold. You're really trying to push these hips forward and down, trying to keep your hips straight, square with your shoulders. And we're holding. You can move around, whatever feels good. Next stretch is gonna be stretching our quads, the front side of the thigh. So I'm gonna step forward like this. Gonna put one hand down. I'm gonna bend the back knee, and you're gonna pull that foot in. And from here, it's really important. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward, and pull that knee. If you can stand up like this. It gets a little bit more intense, but it's really important. Try to imagine like there is something behind your lower back and you want to push it back. Let go. Same thing on the other side. So again, our knee, hand down, pull the leg in, squeeze your glutes, push your lower back, and hips forward. Stand up if you can. We're holding here. You really feel this stretch right here. Good. From here, we're gonna step into a deep lunge. So, standing up, gonna step forward and go as down as you can while keeping this knee straight as you can. And again, squeezing your glute, pushing your lower back backwards. And let's hold here for 30 seconds. Try to stay square with your shoulders, with your hips. You don't want to be turning this way or the other way. You just stay here. If you want, you can do a little bounces like this. And from here, we're gonna drop on that shoulder down, push back. So keep this leg straight. And we're gonna lean forward. Gonna hold here for another 30 seconds. And from here, you want to grab your blocks, grab your foam roller, put it by your sides, and from here, you're gonna slowly get down and attempt front split. Don't get scared right now. It doesn't matter that you're super inflexible. Just kind of try to push this front leg as far forward as you can. It can even be bent like this. And just slowly get into your deepest stretch. I like to put something underneath my leg, underneath my hamstring, so I can sit on it. And from here we're gonna try and hold 30 seconds. So again, you're trying to keep your hips straight. You can take something to support yourself and just look forward. Again, squeeze the glute, push the pelvis forward, push the hips forward, and just hold here. If you can get lower, try to get lower. And back up. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So again, stand up straight and step down with the other leg than you did before and get into your lowest lunge. Again, squeeze that glute, push that lower back backwards and hip forwards. You should really feel the stretch right here. And we hold. Now we can pause a little bit. From here, we're gonna drop the knee, pull the hips back, get the front leg straight, and lean forward to it. Still, again, try to make sure that your hips are still square. You don't want to be angling it too much, and you want to really feel the stretch. Really, don't worry about how the stretch looks. Just worry about how it feels. If you feel the stretch, then you're doing it right. Okay. So from here, again, get your blocks, get your foam roller, and again, you're gonna pulse back and forth and get as low as we can get. Put something underneath and let's hold 30 seconds. One side is always gonna be tighter than the other one. That's completely normal. For me, it's this side. Get up. Okay, so we did the head, we did the neck, we did the shoulders, we did the abs and back, we did the quads, hips. Now we're gonna do the middle splits. So let's get into a position that's called frog. So you're gonna walk your knees side to side as far as they can go. From here you're gonna drop on your elbows. You're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Really try to squeeze your glutes and try to push your hips as down as they can go. From here you can even go back, forward and back. Just pause a little bit, push the hips down and hold. Good, 30 seconds has passed. So walk your knees back. And now we're gonna do a position called butterfly. So you're gonna sit on your butt. Put your legs like this. And you're gonna hold it straight back. You can grab your feet and you can just kind of wobble those knees up and down. And this stretch is really relaxing. For the last 10 seconds, we're gonna hold our ankles and gonna with our elbows push our legs as low as they can go. That's this. Okay, from here we're gonna attempt our middle split. So you're gonna stand up and you're gonna walk your feet as wide as you can. Once you get to your lowest position, you're gonna drop to your hands. Try, see if you can get a little bit lower. I'm gonna hold for 30 seconds. You can try to keep your feet down or you can stand up on your heels. I usually, when I stand up on my heels, I can get a little bit lower. So definitely try both versions. You'll see what works for you. Try to get as low as you can. Okay, there, gonna drop down. Just gonna move forward a little bit. So, and we're gonna drop down what would be a pancake stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. And here, we're gonna start to one side. So, you're gonna try to lean to my right side. So if you can, just try to put your elbow on your quad. If that's easy, you can try to put it on the floor. If that's still easy, you can try to lift this arm and try to grab your toe and lean with your shoulder on your knee and thigh and look up into the sky through the arm. So almost like I'm looking at my armpit and I'm looking up to the sky. Now we're gonna hold here. It doesn't matter if you're down here like me or if you just have the elbow on the ground or just your elbow on your thigh. Just do whatever feels good and how far your body lets you. From here, you're gonna twist around. Again, if you're up here, you're just gonna try to lean towards that leg. and just see how far down you can go. So hold for another 30 seconds. Really try to keep your ankles and your toes engaged. You don't want them to be just like doing whatever they want. You want to try to point them up to the sky. Okay, it was 30 seconds. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So again, elbow on your thigh. If you can, if it doesn't hurt, you can go down to the floor. And if you still don't feel it, just lean down and look up to the sky. From here, gonna twist and lean our chest towards this leg. As I said before, it doesn't matter if you're up here or down here, as long as you feel the stretch, it's good. Get back up, and the next stretch is gonna be forward. So point your toes up and lean forward as far as you can go. If you can get your hands down, great. If you can get your elbows down, it's absolutely fabulous. And if you're super flexible, you can try to put your head down. Try to keep looking forward so you don't arch in your back too much. So try to touch your chin to the ground. And we're gonna hold down here. Back up. Change those legs a little bit. Okay, last two stretches. Gonna stretch our toes. So this stretch is real simple. You're just gonna sit on your toes like this. So you want your toes to be bent, and you're just gonna sit on your heels. Just sit there. Nice and easy. Okay, 30 seconds has passed. And one of the last stretches. Okay, from here, this is really intense on knees, hips and ankles, and I really like this stretch after every training session. So what you want to do is you want to spread your knees wide, and you just want to sit in between, and we're gonna hold here. If you can lean backwards. If you can get down to your elbows, you can lay down all the way. Okay. And last stretch, just to finish all this off, we're gonna go up into our squat. So you wanna stand up and go down. You really wanna try to keep your heels down on the floor. And we're just gonna sit in the squat. You can even pull your knees apart. You can do a little twist. One side, other one. Just move around, do whatever feels good. Try to touch your elbows down. You can try to put one knee down, other one. You can even try to go 1, 2, and back up. And on the other side, 1, 2, back up. Okay. If you fall back, it's fine, it's fine. And this is it. So, as I rest here in the squat, I want to say, if you made it all the way here, I want to say thank you for stretching with me, and do this once, twice, 3 times a week, every day if you feel like it, and it's definitely going to help your flexibility and mobility, and you'll feel great afterwards. So if you enjoyed this routine, make sure to give me a thumbs up, like the video, leave a comment, share it with someone who wants to get more flexible, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.